For the past 6 or 7 years, I've been a model on Chaturbate. Those of you who are familiar with the website, I really don't need to tell you what goes on there. But for the past 2.5 years, in addition to all the adult activity, I've also been lifting weights on camera. I decided that I wanted to improve myself, and so I decided to grab some dumbbells and a cheap bench, and I would just point the camera at me trying to figure out how to do things. And then I would learn some stuff, and I would continue to do it. Every day I would turn the camera on in front of 10, 15 people, and they would watch me lift weights. And I started to get good at it, and I would improve, and I would sleep better, and it would make me feel good. And then over the past 2 years, I really started taking it seriously. And I got new equipment, and I built my home gym. And I would have people who would watch me every day or once a week or once a month or whatever, and they would notice the change. And we would talk, and it would be like, oh, what'd you do today at the gym? Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I've been doing this. I've been feeling... It was a nice little small community among us perverts who enjoyed lifting weights. And on October 31st, during my chest workout, wearing a clown wig, I was banned. And I remember the person who came into my room that night. He came in and he left. Because you can see when someone comes into your room and then leaves. They came back in. This time they talked. They said, "Disgusting white power flag." Now, I am all too familiar with this because I've had to explain this away several times. Someone comes into my room and they see me. They see a Gadsden flag over here. They see this flag behind me, and they just assume. They don't ask. They never ask. They assume. And my response usually is, it's not a white power flag, it's a wrestling flag. This is a fucking gym. We're all trying to get more powerful. How many Nazis do you know that are active members on a pornographic website? Didn't matter. So this guy says, "Disgusting white power flag." I politely reply to him and say, it's not a white power flag. Power and Glory were a wrestling tag team. I'm a big fan of Hercules Hernandez. If this is a white power flag, then the Road Warriors are fucking Goebbels, and Lex Luger, Stalin. It doesn't matter, right? Chaturbate just deletes me. And after weeks of trying to contact them, they finally confirmed what I already knew, was that I was permanently banned because I was a white supremacist. And I don't like to do the whole, I can't be a white supremacist because of this, and this. I don't need to do that. I don't need to defend myself about being a racist when I'm not. I can give you the facts. Hercules Hernandez was a giant man who lifted weights, and when I look at this flag, I feel inspired because I want to be him. I want to be powerful. But people like the man who came into my room that night, and people who work at the IT department of Chaturbate, these individuals are not powerful. They're weak. They're weak of mind and body. Emotionally, they're weak, and spiritually, they're weak. You see, they only feel a sense of power when they are opposing some mythological creature known as white supremacy. Because in their head, everybody is a white nationalist. So this weak man came in there, said disgusting things about me, and ran away. Because that's what they do. They come into your room, they say something, and they run away. because they don't want to engage and have a conversation. They want to yell something at you, run away, and pretend that they just stormed the beach at Normandy. And then this even weaker man at Chaturbate upheld the ban, despite me having video evidence of the altercation where I explained what the flag was, showing pictures of Hercules Hernandez wearing this symbol, and then showing him all my other flags. I got Bender from Futurama over here. I mean, he's silver, but he could definitely be a white nationalist, I'm sure. I got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man over there from Ghostbusters. I mean, a giant white guy stomping through New York, that just writes itself. I'm not too worried about being banned. There are other websites. I stream my workouts on YouTube now, and all the other stuff, well, I'll find a home for them. I was able to build a successful multi-thousand follower account on Chaturbate by just being me. And I can do it again. What really infuriates me, though, is that these cowards that hide behind their keyboards, they think that what they're doing is good and just. They think that they're the judge, jury, and executioner of all of us old, white, powerful men. I'm just a fat guy who lifts weights on camera. I'm not in the Hitler Youth. Alright, I don't have SS tattooed on my neck. I'm just a guy who likes to talk with people and lift weights. And I have some political leanings. I never hide that. But I also don't go out to throw them in your face. You want to have a conversation? Awesome. Maybe we don't need to do it on a porn site, but I don't mind talking with you. You know, maybe if people saw me lifting weights with a Gadsden flag behind me, and they come in there with a preconceived notion of that flag being something else, and they talk with me, they'll realize that that's not the case, which has happened. And that's awesome. But there are certain people out there with zero power in their own life, but have the power to delete you without recourse. And that is terrifying. You hear stories of people being canceled on Twitter and PayPal and Facebook, and I never really paid much attention to it because I never put myself out there. I don't have strong leanings on those websites. But if they can get me, a guy who was lifting weights at 3 a.m. on Halloween night, wearing a clown wig, and ban him, what makes you think you're safe?